Welcome to another Replay Guy Hooray channel, otherwise known as the ARG channel. Well, after a few days of not playing, we are ready to start the second round of the 1973 versus the 1998 anniversary set from History of Maker Baseball. We completed the first round, and again, kind of a summary. The 1998 teams have 15 teams left in the tournament, and the 1973 year is represented by 9 teams. We have 12 teams left in the American League, 12 teams left in the National League. Tonight's matchup is going to be the 1973 Detroit Tigers with a 85-77 record versus the Anaheim Angels, who were 85-77 in 1998. This is a 6-7 matchup in the seedings, and this will be the first game of the series. We will be playing in Angel Stadium, grass field, normal for right-handed batters and semi-big for left-handed batters. Let's get into the lineups for the 1973 Tigers leading off, and the designated cold batter, McAuliffe. Hayline in right field batting second. Brown, the DH, batting third. Cash at first base, batting cleanup. Sims is the catcher batting fifth, and he is the hot batter. Northrup in left field batting sixth. Stanley in center field batting seventh. Rodriguez, the third baseman, is batting eighth, and Brinkman, the shortstop, batting ninth. On the mound will be Joe Coleman, and he is a right-handed pitcher. He is a semi-star, semi-flash, semi-control ike, qualities, and he is an icon pitcher. Both teams are sunny in harmony for this game. In the pregame rolls, the 73 Tigers, Coleman is going to be happy for this game. And for the 98 Angels, no issues. Their lineup is leading off Ertstadt at first base, Edmonds, center fielder, and he's batting second, designated cold batter. Hollins playing third base, batting third. Salmon in right field, batting cleanup. Fielder, the DH, and the designated hot batter, batting fifth. Anderson in left field, batting sixth. Martin at second base, batting seventh. DeSarcina, shortstop, batting eighth. Wallback, the catcher, batting ninth. On the mound will be the left-hander, Chuck Finley. Finley is a semi-star. He is flash, semi-dynamic, and he is an icon. The umpires for tonight's game from the 98 season, behind the plate will be Terry Kraft. He is semi-lenient. First base from the 73 season, Russ Getz. He is semi-respected. At second base from the 98 season, Drew Coble. He is lenient and questionable. And at third base from the 73 season, Bill Haller, and he is semi-respected. We are about set to get ready for the first pitch. Game one, the 1973 Detroit Tigers versus the 98 Anaheim Angels. And here we go. Finley is ready. And it is a 1-3-5, just like that. We are going to go to the unusual chart of memorable plays in the field. And we have a 1-1, and we are going to highlight reel A. So right off the bat, we have excitement here. and it's a 2-4. There are two errors on the same play. Ball is bobbled by the shortstop, and then he throws the ball past first base, and the batter goes to second. So DeSasina bobbles the ball, picks it up, and then throws it away, and he is given two errors to start the game off. That is a first for me playing this game. Two errors on the same play. So a runner on second base. K-line coming up. And we have a 1-3-4. Do we have a gold catcher? We do not. Do we have a champion batter? K-line is not a champion batter. We're going to have outfield drama. And it's a 2-6. Is a center fielder stoic? Center fielder is Edmonds. He is not stoic. He is going to make the grab in center field for out number one. One out. Up comes Bates Brown. And that is a 2-3-6. DB control or dynamic. Finley is semi-dynamic. Did not get a decided eye. It's not a pitcher batting, and we are going to have a walk. So we are now have runners on first and second. One out. And the cleanup batter, Norm Cash, coming up. A 1-2-3, both flash and fresh. Finley is flash and he is fresh, and he is going to strike out Cash for out number two. So runners on first and second, and two outs for Sims, the designated hot batter. And that's a 3-5-6. I did the same. Well, let's see. Is Sims, he bats left-handed. Finley pitches left-handed, and that is a strikeout. That will end the inning for the 73 Tigers. They leave two men on. We go to the bottom of the first. No score. Leading off for the 98 Angels, Erstat against Coleman. A 1-1-6. Is he fresh? He is, and that's a strikeout for Coleman. One out. Edmonds, the designated cold batter, batting second. A 1-2-3. Is he both flash and fresh? He is semi flash. So the decided die says no. That will be a ground out to short. Two outs. Hollins coming up. A 3-4-4. Prospect pitcher. Coleman is not a prospect pitcher. Is Hollins patient? He is not patient, and he will pop out to second base. And we've completed one inning, and we have no score. Top of the second inning, leading off Northrop. 2-5-6. Is he a struggler pitcher? No. Champion or patient? No. We have infield drama. And that is a 1-3. Third baseman iron. Third baseman is Hollins. He is iron. He bungles the routine ground ball, and it's a error on the third baseman. And that is the third error by the Angels here. And we are going to go to team chemistry chart for Stanley. And a 2-3 pitching team harmony they are, and that is going to be a strikeout. So Finley picks up strikeout number 3 of the game. There is one out. Coming up, Rodriguez, a 2-2-4. Pitching at home, yes, and that is a pop out to short. 2 down. And Brinkman coming up. He's the number 9 batter. A 1-1-5. He is fresh, and that will be a pop up to third. That ends the inning. No runs, no hits, another error. We go to the bottom of the second. No score. Tim Salmon leading off here in the bottom of the second. He's the cleanup batter, facing Coleman. A 1-5-6. Is Salmon a whiffer? He is a semi-whiffer, did not get the decider die, so we will go to outfield drama. And that is a 1-3. Is the center fielder iron? No, he is gold. And that is going to be a line out to center field. 1 out. That'll bring up Fielder, who is the designated hot batter. He's the DH for this game. A 1-1-6. Is he fresh? He is. It's a strikeout. Strikeout number 2 for Coleman. 2 down. Anderson comes up. A 3-6-6. Is he a pinch hitter? No, he will fly out to center. And another 1-2-3 inning for Coleman. We've played 2 now. No score. Top of the third. McAuliffe leading off. He reached on, actually, an error by DeSaucina, who bobbled it and then picked it up and threw it away. And McAuliffe made it to second. And that's where he was stranded back in the first inning. That is a 3-3-4. Ace per star pitcher. Finley is a semi-star. Didn't get the decider die. Is McAuliffe a sad sack? No. That is going to be a single to left field. Unless he is eager. He is not. That is going to be a base hit. So McAuliffe is on for the second time tonight. And that is the first hit of the ball game. We'll bring up K-Line. K-Line flew out to center his first at bat. A 2-4-4. Is he an ace? Finley is not an ace. Champion batter for K-Line. He is not, and that is going to be a ground out to short. So a fielder's choice for K-Line. He flips over to the shortstop for the out. And there is 1 out. Up comes Brown. Brown walked in the first. A 1-2-6. Is he fresh? He is fresh. And that is a line out to second base. 2 down. That'll bring up Cash. Cash struck out back in the first. And it's a 4-4-6. Star pitcher. He's a semi-star. The decided die says he is. And that is a ground ball to second base. We go to the bottom of the third. Still no score. from the 98 Angels. Martin leading off. A 2-2-5 star pitcher. Coleman is a semi-star. He got the decided eye, and that is going to be a ground out to short. 1 out. DeSarcina coming up. A 1-2-5. Is he a struggler? No. It's DeSarcina patient. He is not. He is going to ground out to third. 2 down. Wallback, the number 9 batter. A 1-2-4. Is he a control pitcher? Coleman is semi-control. He got the decided eye. It's a ground out to short. And Coleman has retired the first 9 batters that he has faced. And at the end of 3, the score remains 0-0. Only been 1 hit in this game. Sims leading off here in the top of the 4th. He struck out his first time up. And that is a 2-5-5. Is he a star pitcher? He's a semi-star. The decided die says yes. That is going to be a strikeout unless Sims has a good eye. He does not. And Sims strikes out for the second time tonight. 1 out. Northrop got on base on an error by the third baseman, Hollins. And it is a 1-2-3, both flash and fresh. Well, he is fresh. And he is flash. So that is a strikeout. 2 down. That is strikeout number 5 for Finley. And Stanley comes up. He struck out back in the second inning. A 4-5-5. Is he flash? He is flash. He is going to strike out Stanley unless Stanley has a good eye, and he does not. Stanley strikes out for the second time tonight, and Finley strikes out the side in the 4th. We go to the bottom of the 4th. No score between the Angels and the Tigers. Leading off, top of the order, Erstadt. He struck out his first time up. And that is a 2-5-5. Is he a star pitcher? Coleman is a semi-star. Didn't get the decided eye. Is Erstadt a home run king? Erstadt is not a home run king. He will fly out to left field. 1 out. Up comes Edmonds, the designated coal batter. 0 for 1. A 2-5-6. Is he a champion or patient? And Edmonds is neither one of those. And we will have infield drama. It's a 2-3. Second baseman, Iron. Second baseman is McAuliffe. And he is not Iron, and that's going to be a routine grounder to McAuliffe for out number 2. And that will bring up Hollins. A 2-4-6. Is he a control pitcher? Coleman is semi-control. He got the decided eye, and it's a bouncer right back to the mound. Another 1-2-3 inning. Coleman has retired the first 12 batters he has faced. We go to the 5th inning. Finley facing Rodriguez, Brinkman, and McAuliffe. Rodriguez, 2-2-5. Finley is a semi-star, so he did not get the decided eye. Slugger or sad sack for Rodriguez? Neither one of those, and he is going to single to center field, a base hit. It's only the second hit of the game, both by the 73 Tigers. So with no outs, runner on first base, Blinkman up. A 114. Is he fresh? He is fresh. That is a ground out to short. That's going to be a 6-4-3 double play. Just like that, two outs and nobody on base. That will bring up McAuliffe, who has reached on an error, and he has singled. So he's been on base both times. And that is a 4-4-6. Is he a star pitcher? He is a star pitch, semi-star. The decided I says yes. It's a ground out to third base. And we go to the bottom of the fifth. No score. Leading off would be Salmon, followed by Fielder and Anderson. That is a 2-3-5. He's not wild. Is Salmon eager? He is not, and that is going to be a ground out to second base unless he is patient. He is semi-patient, so no, it'll be a ground out to second. One out. Comes Fielder, the designated hot batter. A 2-2-5. Is he a star pitcher? Coleman is a semi-star. He got the decided eye, and that will be a ground out to third. Two down. Anderson now up. A 1-1-3. Is he ace or dynamic? He is neither one of those. Is Anderson a slugger? Anderson is a semi-slugger. He did not get decided eye, and that is going to be a base hit to center field that breaks up the perfect game. He had retired the first 14 in a row. Anderson with a base hit. With two outs, that will bring Martin to the plate. A 4-4-6 star pitcher. A semi-star, didn't get the decided eye. Is Martin a sad sack, utility, or patient? He is a utility, and he will strike out to end the inning. So they get their first hit, but that is it. We've played five now. The score remains nothing to nothing. Top of the sixth. Both pitchers will remain fresh as they have a shutout going. Leading off will be K-Line. And that's a 2-5-5 star pitcher. Semi-star, he got the decided eye. It's a strikeout. Unless K-Line has a good eye, he does not. And K-Line is out number one with a swinging strikeout. That brings up Brown. A 4-6-6 control. Is Finley a control pitcher? He is not. Home run king or slugger for Brown. He is a semi-slugger. He got the decided eye, and that is going to be a strikeout. So Finley now has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 strikeouts here. Now he will face Cash, who struck out back in the first. And that is a 1-2-6. Is he fresh? He is fresh. Line out to second base. A 1-2-3 inning. And still no runs in the game. Coleman will be fresh as he faces DiSascina, Wallback, and Erstad. And that's a 1, 2, 3, both flash and fresh. He's semi flash, so he did not get the decided eye. He will ground out to short. DeSasina with 1 out, grounds out. Wallback coming up. He grounded out to short his first at bat. A 2-2-5. Is he a star pitcher? He is in this case. And that's a ground out to second base. 2 down. Erstat coming up, 0 for 2. A 2-3-5 is Erstat eager. He is semi eager. The decided eye says yes. And he is going to single just past the shortstop who was diving for the ball. And with 2 outs, they get their second hit of the game. And that will bring up Edmonds, the designated Cole batter, with 2 outs. And we have a 1-2-2. Is he a workman? No. Champ or whiffer for Edmonds? He is a semi whiffer. The decided eye says yes. It's a nubbed infield single to third, so he gets a swinging bunt down the third baseline, and the third baseman Rodriguez can't make a play. And just like that, with 2 outs, there was runners on first and second. The first threat for the 98 Angels here. All this with 2 outs. Hollins comes up. He is 0 for 2. And that is a 2-3-3. Ace a star pitcher. He's a semi-star. He did not get the decided eye. Is Hollins a slugger? He is a semi-slugger. He did not get the decided eye, and there's a fly out to deep center field. Had he been a slugger, it would have been a home run, but it just missed. And it was caught just at the fence. And just like that, we go to the seventh inning. Still, no score. Okay, this will be the last inning of being fresh for Finley. He is facing Sims, who is a designated hot batter, who has struck out both times. So much for being hot. 2-3-5, wild, no, eager. Is Sims eager? He is not. That's going to be a ground out to second base. 1 out. Northrop up, reached on an error, and he is struck out. A 2-4-5. Is he a hero? Northrop is a hero, and he's going to single to left field. A base hit. Jim Northrop. And with the 1 out, we have a runner on first. Brings up Stanley. Stanley 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. A 1-2-3, both flash and fresh. He is flash, and he is still fresh. Strikeout number 9 for Finley, and that's the hat trick for Stanley. 2 outs. Up comes Rodriguez. He is 1 for 2. A 1-1-4. Is he fresh? He is fresh, and it's a ground out to short. That ends the inning. We go to the bottom of the 7th. The game is still scoreless. This will be the last inning for Coleman being fresh. He's facing Salmon, who is 0 for 2. And we have a 1-2-6. Is he fresh? Yes, he is. L4, line out to second base. 1 out. Fielder, the designated hot batter, coming up. 0 for 2. A 1-2-4. Is he a controlled pitcher? He is semi-control. Didn't get the decided eye. Is Salmon. Is fielder. Is fielder. Is that fielder eager? Fielder is not eager, and he is going to walk. So with one out, is a runner on first, and that will bring up Anderson, who is 1 for 2. A 155. Is he a home run king? Anderson is not a home run king, and he will fly out to center field. 2 down. And that will bring up Martin, who is 0 for 2. A 133. Is he a slugger? Martin is not a slugger, and that will be a fly out to left. That will end the inning. We've played 7. And the score remains 0-0. Top of the 8th, Finley still out there. He now is semi-fresh, facing Brinkman, who is 0 for 2. A 4-4-6. Is he a star pitcher? He's semi-star. Didn't get the decided eye. Is Brinkman a sad sack, utility, or patient? He is utility, and that is strikeout number 10, I believe, for Brinkman, for Finley. Let's just check that. He's got 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yes, 10 strikeouts. Finley will now face McAuliffe, and that is a 2-4-5. Is McAuliffe a hero? He is not, and he will pop out to second base, 2 outs. And for K line, we are going to go to the player experience chart, and it's a 4-5. Is K-Line a prospect batter? No, he is not a prospect batter. And otherwise, it's a hard ground ball to second base. And that is going to end the inning. Finley with a 1-2-3 inning. We go to the bottom of the 8th. No score. Coleman will now be semi-fresh here in the 8th inning, going against DiSarcina, Wallback, and Erstad. A 2-3-6. DB control or dynamic? He's neither. Pitcher batting, no, and that is a leadoff walk for DiSarcina. Wallback coming up. Let's see if he's going to try and move the runner over. He is. It's a 4, and out at first, runners advance. So he drops the bunt down. It's a sacrifice, 5-3. 1 out. Isacina in scoring position. And let's see, the 73 Tigers have some bullpen action going here. Let's see. And it's really not a good bullpen other than John Hiller, the closer. Do they want to bring in Hiller this early? I don't think they're going to do that. Let's see. Coleman still has 3. They're going to leave Coleman in. Coleman is going to stay in. Wrist stats up, 1 for 3. And it's a 2-5-5. Star. Coleman is a semi-star. Decided I says he is. And that is a strikeout of Earthstat unless he has a good eye. And he does not. So Coleman strikes out Erstad for the second time tonight. And with 2 outs, DeSasina is sitting at second base. Edmonds, a designated cold batter, coming up. He is 1 for 3. And it's a 3-3-5. Is he wild? No. Is Edmonds a sad sack? Edmonds is not a sad sack, and that is a single to right field. That is going to score DeSasina for the first run of the game. Edmonds, a designated cold batter, but as we've seen it so often, they seem to be end up being hot for the game. His second hit, and he knocks in the first run of the game, and that is 2 outs, and that will bring up Hollins. Coleman looking to get out of the inning, and is Hollins a whiffer? He's a semi-whiffer. Didn't get the decided eye. It's going to be a ground out to third. It's going to end the inning. 1 run, and we go to the top of the ninth. The score is 1-0. 1998 Anaheim Angels over the 1973 Detroit Tigers. Okay, now Finley is going to come out of the game. Finley does his job, goes 8 innings. And Troy Percival, closer, coming in here. And let's see. He is. He'll be an ace for the first batter. And then he's a semi star. He's EB Flash. And he is semi dynamic. Percival coming on. Try and close out this game and get the save for Chuck Finley. And a great pitching duel matchup tonight in game 1. Okay. Gates Brown coming up. He is 0 for 2 with a walk. He is struck out and lined out to second base, facing Percival. And that is a 1-3-4. Do we have a gold catcher? We do not. Is he a champion? Is Brown a champion? He is not. We have outfield drama. And it's a 1-5. Is the left fielder gold? The left fielder is Anderson. He is not gold. And that is going to be a base hit. A leadoff single for Gates Brown. And with that, we are going to go to the team chemistry chart for Cash, who is 0 for 3. And it is a 2-3. Pitching team harmony. They are, and it is a strikeout. Cash strikes out for the second time tonight, and there is 1 out. Runner on first. Sims comes up. He is 0 for 3. And that is a 1-2-4 control pitcher. He is not a control pitcher. Is he eager? Is Sims eager? He is not, and that is going to be a walk. And with 1 out, Percival is in a little bit of a jam here. Facing Northrop, who is 1 for 2. And that's a 2-2-6 for the decided eye. And that is a hit by pitch. And just like that, we have the bases loaded and 1 out. Percival comes in and is struggling here. Needs the double play ball. He's facing Stanley. Stanley is 0 for 3. He has struck out all three times. Just looking to see, do they have anybody that could come in for Stanley? And yes, I think they are going to bring in Dick Sharon. Dick Sharon coming in. Sharon does have the slugger quality and the semi-eager, semi-whiffer quality compared to Stanley, who was semi-utility, semi-slugger, and semi-eager. So Dick Sharon facing Percival here, and it's a 2-2-4. Pitching at home, it is. There is a pop up to the short infield fly roll. As in effect, there are two outs. The bases are still loaded, and Rodriguez coming up. He is 1 for 3. Percival trying to get out of this mess. A 2-3-5. He is not wild. Is Rodriguez eager? He is semi eager. And the decided die says yes. It's a single through shortstop. Yeah, let's see who's on. Sims is on second base. He is not active. So a run will score, and we have a tie ball game. As Percival blows the save. Just trying to just check one more thing here. Okay, no. Brinkman coming up. He is 0 for 3. And we have a 2-2-6. Is he the cleanup batter? He is not, and that is a fly out to left field for Brinkman. That will end the inning, but they score a run to tie the game. 1-1. Percival blows the save. Unbelievable. And just like that, well, Coleman is out of the game. They're going to make a pitching change. The 1973 Tigers, and they are going to go to Bob Miller. He's a semi-star, and he is semi-flash, and he is a icon pitcher. Throws from the right side. He'll be facing Salmon, who is 0 for 3. Here in this 1-1 ball game. We had no score through 7 innings, and then the 98 Angels scored a run in the bottom of the 8th. Percival came in to close the game and could not get it done. A 2-6-6 leadoff batter, and that is a base hit. Tim Salmon stops it off with a base hit here in the bottom of the ninth. And that'll bring up Fielder 0 for 2 with a walk. And that is a 2-2-5. Is he a star pitcher? Miller is a semi-star. He did not get the decided eye. Do we have a slugger or sad sack up? Well, Fielder is neither one of those, and he is going to single to center field. So back-to-back singles, and here come the 98 Angels. Runners on first and second. No outs. And let's see. Anderson is 1 for 3. Looks like they are going to try and get the runners over. It's a 4, and it's a successful sack. Sacrifice bunt for out number 1. Runners on second and third now with 1 out. And now the 73 Tigers need to figure out, do they intentionally walk Martin to load the bases, try and get the double play, or do they move the infield in? Martin is 0 for 3, and it looks like they are going to intentionally walk Martin. The bases are loaded, 1 out, and that will bring up DeSarcina. He was 0 for 2. He walked back in the 8th inning and scored. And it's a 1-3-4. Do we have a gold catcher? We do not. Is he a champion? DeSarcina is not a champion. We have outfield drama with the bases loaded. Oh boy, here we go. What are we going to get here? It is a 2-3. Is a center fielder iron? The center fielder actually is Stanley, who is gold. Otherwise, it's an easy fly out. And because it was, we need to have an active runner on third base. And that would be Salmon. Is Salmon an active runner? No, he is not. So the ball was not hit deep enough. There are 2 outs. And the bases remain loaded. And that will bring up Wallback, who was 0 for 2, and he had a sacrifice bunt back in the 8th inning. Wallback, it's a 1-6-6. Is he a whiffer? He's a semi-whiffer. Didn't get the decided eye, and that is a ground out to third base. That is going to end the inning, and we are going to go to extra innings. This is only the second game of the whole tournament to go into extra innings. And that will be it. Miller goes 1 inning. Percival is out of the game. He pitched 1 inning and gave up the run, blew the save. And they will be bringing in Asagawa. Asagawa is a right-handed pitcher. He's a star. He is flash. He is control, semi-control, and semi-dynamic. And he's a prospect pitcher. So Hasagawa coming in here in the 10th inning in a 1-1 game. He'll be facing McAuliffe, the leadoff batter, who is 1 for 3. A 1-5-6. Is McAuliffe a whiffer? He is not. We have outfield drama. 3-4. Is the left fielder iron? The left fielder is not iron, and that's going to be a fly out to left field. 1 out. From K-Line. K-Line is 0 for 4. A 1-2-5. And That is going to be a ground out to third base. Two down. Up comes Brown. He is 1 for 3 with a walk, and he has scored the only run for the 73 Tigers. A 1-1-6. Is he fresh? He is fresh, and he strikes him out to end the inning. We go to the bottom of the 10th. Score remains 1-1. Now for the 73 Tigers. They are going to bring in well, they're going to bring in their actually they're going to leave Miller in. Miller's going to stay in at this point. He did struggle in that ninth inning, but they're going to let him go out there. He's going to be facing Erstat, who is 1 for 4. And it's a 4-5-5. Is he flash? He is semi-flash. Didn't get the decided eye. Is Erstat a home run king? He is not, and he will ground out two first. One out. Up comes Edmonds, the designated cold batter, who has promptly gone 2 for 4 and had the RBI single in the eighth to put the Angels ahead 1-0. 1-2-2. Not a workman, champ, or whiffer. And Edmonds is a semi whiffer. He didn't get the decided eye. He will line out to third base. Quickly, 2 outs. Collins comes up. He is 0 for 4. A 3-5-6. Is Hollins a switch hitter, so utility of sad sack. He is not that, and he is going to get a base hit. A base hit for Hollins with 2 outs. Now that will bring up Salmon, who was 1 for 4. He had a single his last at bat. 3-5-5. Is he a champion batter? Salmon is not, and he will ground out to second base, but he's got the semi whiffer, and the decided eye comes up, so he will strike out instead. And we've played 10, and we still remain tied at 1 apiece. Okay, Pasagawa coming out for his second inning of relief. He'll be facing Cash, who is 0 for 4. He has struck out twice. And that is a 1-2-5. Struggler, no. Patient. Cash is not patient. He will ground out to third base. But he's a semi whiffer, and the decided eye says he is. And he will strike out for the third time tonight. 1 out. Sims comes up. Sims is 0 for 3. A 2-2-6. Is he the cleanup batter? He is not, and he will fly out to left field for out number 2. Up comes Northrop. He is 1 for 3 and has been hit by a pitch. And that's a 2-3-4. Is he a hot batter? He is not a hot batter. He will pop up to third. That ends the inning. And we we go to the bottom of the 11th. The score is 1-1. That will be it for Hasagawa. He goes 2 innings. We'll have a new pitcher if the Angels do not score in the bottom of the 11th. And we have a new pitcher coming in for the 73 Tigers. They're going to bring in their closer, John Hiller, coming in, left-hander. He is an ace. He is a star. He is flash. And he is semi-control. And he's an icon pitcher. So Hiller comes in. He'll be facing Fielder, who is 1 for 3 and the designated hot batter. We have a 2-4-5. Is Fielder a hero? He is not. He will pop up to third base. 1 out. And we will go to the player experience chart for Anderson. A 2-6 icon pitcher. He is an icon pitcher, and he strikes him out. 2 down. And that will bring up Martin, who is 0 for 3 with a walk. A 2-4-5. Is he a hero batter? Martin is not a hero batter, and he will pop out to second base. And we've completed 11. And it is still 1-1. And we go to the top of the 11th. We will be going to the bullpen here to see who is going to come in here. Now the relievers that are left are not very good. Actually, they're going to bring in Jack McDowell. The number 5 starter is going to come in. A little bit better qualities. He is a workman. He is semi-flat, control, and semi-dynamic. And he is an icon pitcher. So McDowell will come in here in the 12th inning. This is the longest game of the tournament. Only the second game to go into extra innings. And the first one, I believe, went only 10 innings. So we've exceeded that as we go to the 12th. And Dick Sharon, I believe, is coming up. He pinch hit for Stanley. So he'll be coming up for the second time in the game. I'm going to say 2-4-6. Is he a control pitcher? He is a control pitcher. The bouncer right back to the pitcher for out number 1. Up comes Rodriguez. He is 2-for-4, and he knocked in the only run for the Tigers. A 2-2-4, and that is going to be a big pop-up to short. 2 down. Number 9 batter, Brinkman, is 0 for 4. That's a 2-3-6. DB control or dynamic. McDowell is semi-dynamic, and he got the decided eye, and he will be a ground out back to the pitcher again. No runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the bottom of the 12th. The score still 1-1. And Hiller will come out for his second inning of relief. He'll be semi-fresh, facing DeSasina, who is 0 for 3 with a walk, and he scored a run. And it is a 5.66. Does DeSasina have a good eye? He does not, and that is going to be a strikeout for Hiller. 1 out. And with that, we are going to go to the baseball now chart. And it's a 2-5. Hot batter, no. And that is going to be a line out to first base. 2 down. Go to the top of the order. First stat is 1 for 5. And that is a 2.56. Champion or patient. And he is neither one of those. We have infield drama. 2-4. Second baseman gold. He is not. And it's a bobbled ball, and it's an error on the second baseman, McAuliffe. So an E4 with 2 outs. They run around first base. And that brings up Edmonds, who is 2 for 5 with an RBI. He is the designated cold batter. And that is a 1-1-6. Is he fresh? Well, he's semi-fresh. He got the decided eye. Hiller strikes him out to end the inning. At the end of 12, it is still 1-1. So that is going to be at 10. Going to be it for Hiller. He goes 2 innings. Top of the 13th, and McAuliffe will be coming out for his second inning of relief. He will be semi-fresh, and he will be facing the top of the order. McAuliffe, Kaline, and Brown. A 2-4-6. Is he a control pitcher? McDowell is control, and it's another bouncer back to the bound. So he's had 3 balls hit right back at him, and he's made each play. 1 out. Up comes Kaline. He is 0 for 5. And that's a 2-3-5. Is Kaline eager? He is not, and he will ground out to second base. Now 0 for 6. 2 down. Brown comes up 1 for 4 with a walk. He has scored a run. A 1-2-5. Is he patient? He is not, and he will be out at ground out to third. A 1-2-3 inning. We go to the bottom of the 13th. Here we go. Let's see now. 73 Tigers will be going to a new pitcher. And it's pretty slim pickings here. We go to Fred Sherman. And he's a lefty. He has no qualities. No qualities at all. All the other ones are pretty bad. They're workman, struggler type pitchers. So Sherman's going to come in, see what he can do. His first batter is going to be Hollins, who is 1 for 5. And it's a 3-4-6. Is Hollins eager? He is not, and that is going to be a leadoff walk. And we are going to go to the team chemistry chart for Salmon. Salmon is 1 for 5. And That is a 2-6. Is the batting team harmony? They are. It's a fired up batter, and he chops a single up the middle for Tim Salmon. And that is a base hit. And just like that, runners on first and second, and nobody out. For Fielder, it'd be tough to ask him to bunt. So we are going to have him hit away. He is 1 for 4, and he is walked. Here we go. It's a 1, 2, 3. Is he both flash and fresh? He is got no qualities. And that is going to be a ground out to shortstop. Unbelievable. It's going to be a 6, 4, 3 double play with Salmon going over to third base, but 2 outs. 2 outs, and that will bring up Anderson, who is 1 for 4. Can Sherman get out of this mess? It's a 2, 3, 5. Is Anderson eager? He is eager. That is a single through shortstop. He is not does not have the whistle. It's a base hit, and that is going to win the ball game. Anderson, here in the bottom of the 13th, gets his second hit of the game, and that gives the Angels a 2-1 victory here in 13 innings. A classic ball game in which the Angels had a 1-0 lead going into the ninth. Percival blew the save, and they have managed to pull it out here in the 13th inning, as the pitching really was the story of this game. It was scoreless for the first 7 innings as Coleman and Finley outdueled each other. But at the end, the 98 Angels have taken a 1-0 lead over the 1973 Tigers. It's a fantastic ball game, and I want to thank everybody for watching. We will be back hopefully tomorrow night for game 2, where the Angels can wrap up the series and move to the third round. Uh, they are the number 6 seed, slight favorites in this matchup, and they did not disappoint as the final score again, the 1998 Anaheim Angels, 2 runs, 9 hits, 3 errors. Those 3 errors all in the first 2 innings. The 1973 Detroit Tigers, 1 run, 5 hits, and 1 error. Make sure you subscribe and hit that like button, and we'll see you tomorrow. Have a good one, everybody. Bye.